Hey, my name is Daisy today, and today we're going to talk about ouija boards and what that is, and what the dangers are, and why not. So yeah, let's begin. So an ouija board is of course a board with letters, numbers, and not to forget a thingy to point to an ouija board. The key to an ouija board is that you have to use it with other people. You can do it on your own, but it's nicer with other people. Then you put your hand on the thing, and then let entities guide your hands of you and your friends or family to certain letters, and then you note the letters in your head or write it down, but you don't have time to write it down, of course. And then you get answers. So it's a really popular device. I think in essential it's not bad to use. However, it can turn out to be bad because when you use a pendulum, you know, the thing on the cord that swings yes and no, you could say that's the same as an ouija board, right? Because you still play with entities to say yes and no. But the difference is an pendulum also channels the energy of yourself or a guide. But how can you know if you do the ouija board wrongly, and when is it dangerous, and when not, why not? Because I said it can be both, right? It all has to do with, I think, and I know one little detail, one thing. So that is, an ouija board is a thing that is old. They are often found at thrift shops or given to you, and they are not new and simple like pendulums, because you can make a pendulum with like a piece of string and some sort of stone, and then you have it. But the ouija board is really crafted, and maybe someone put dark spells in it already, which yes, I do believe in. And then yeah, the ouija board, you have that. And dark entities know that ouija boards exist. They know where they are, so they like go and sit with ouija boards and wait. Maybe gave you the idea to use it also, or find it or put it on your path. And that's why if you use the ouija board, the entity is already there trying to make contact with you, which you sort of give permission for, because you know you shouldn't do it, you know it's bad stuff. But again, I said it can have happy endings as well. That is, if you really have the stones and you can really feel entities and you just want to connect with your guide or your inner self, you can use the board, no problem. The problem is that when you buy or use the board, you get a free entity with it. That's not good. But yeah, I guess some boards don't have the entity with them. And then another thing is, you are sort of vulnerable because you use the thing to hover around the board. Makes you vulnerable. But the thing that really makes you vulnerable is actually not that at all. It is that you're maybe scared, and then that makes you vulnerable. And then there are other reasons to be vulnerable. Maybe you're sick that day, or some friends are really scared, or you break the rules, like always say goodbye. You see if that's broken, then you still have the connection with the ghost. They say that. I don't think it's really true. But if you're scared that you broke it and had a rule, then it can end badly. And yeah, I think the whole thing is being scared and the fact that there's an entity already with the board. I think otherwise it's good to use. But also imagine if you use the board with other friends, and some friends already have a demon with them, like from another session with the ouija board, or a whole other kind of reason, like a previous life, or from their family inherited. That demon can also jump and go to possess you. Demonic activities could really start after ouija boards. Usually they don't, but yeah, Also, imagine if you would use that thing on a graveyard, right? There are entities everywhere. So, yeah, my recommendation is don't do it. And so, yeah, if you did it and have troubles with ghosts, contact me. But that was it for this do's and don'ts with the Ouija board. Again, the difference with the pendulum, because difference with automatic writing, which I am fond of, is it's the it's just a pen, it's just a pendulum. There are no ghosts around and you are not scared. And then it's safe to use, I think. Yeah, so that was it. If you liked the video, please subscribe. That would help me a lot and contribute to my happiness. Also, yeah, see you next time.